have you with us from Conway, South Carolina. This ought to be a fun matchup in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, taking on a squad from the American, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Troy's offense will go to work first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build.
Oh, he's got some space. They find him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Trojans want to crank the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum. And what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. Let's talk for a minute about Troy. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough at this level. That's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Turning it on. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give on the option. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
Boy, y'all damn room. Y'all get your ass whooped.
This offense, they get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense.
Get your homework done.
The Trojans line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Troy.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The midshipman offense makes its way onto the field for their first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, we have a second here to talk about Navy. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw they got a 3-star quarterback last week. And for a program like this, that can be a great building block.
That was a massive win for them. There were so many bigger programs after this guy, and yet he ended up here. And because of that, he is now a key building block, not just for this offense, but for the team moving forward. Lots of people very excited. And a lot of people expect to win right now just because of how good this 3-star QB is.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Woodson. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab, it's Clayton. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs were out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Complete out of the backfield. Breaks into the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. He wants to throw it again. Snagged in the middle. It's Hodges. He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The brigade celebrating another first down, and that's really the way Navy's always done it. You can even think back to the great Napoleon McCallum, who ran through defenses at will.
Simple, but so disciplined, right? Like running the option year after year, you got to have discipline. Not surprising, Navy is always good at it because so many young men with such discipline, they can run a system and really just continue to methodically move the ball down the field.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Grabbed behind the line, it's Fry. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hodges. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Troy is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Navy now with a big 4th down play as we open the period. Slams ahead. He's stopped, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and goal, and they'll have it at the 3.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7. And the Trojans racing to the line in a hurry up. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Troy. It can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
Scanning the field, it's Crowder. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
He is not going to get there. Stopped short the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Looking for space. It's Leonard. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
On the move at the 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's caught. Touchdown, Midshipman. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air, it's Crowder. Caught over the middle, it's Tate. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Tate. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Wants to throw again. Caught in the backfield, it's Powell. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Catch in the middle, it's Tate. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And there is no question they should just keep letting this guy throw the ball. He's 5 for 5 on this drive. They've only run 5 offensive plays, and he's already got him down here by the goal line. Let him keep chucking.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the D deny them on second and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Touchdown, Trojans! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Navy will go back on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a crease. It's Leonard. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set is able to rip off that one for a first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They're going to ride this running back. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Woodson. He's got him along the sideline. Beautiful footwork for the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the catch. It's Smith. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harmon. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. To the air on first down. Looking left. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The sure hand to Hutchinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese 2 quarters down in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. A couple of teams looking to bring home some hardware for the trophy case. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's head back to Reese and the guys for the second half of the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
For the time with the extra point. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Takes the easy completion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, the offense is trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
It's been really hard on this quarterback all game long. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got got to give this defense so much credit because they've done a really nice job on the back end in coverage, but they've also been able to affect his rhythm with a solid pass rush, and you saw it right there getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Looking deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And here comes the Navy offense. Here's the handoff. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Leonard. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Woodson. Got it in the middle, it's Clayton. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route.
Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Hutchinson. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hodges. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. The give to the back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. Looking to throw, it's Woodson. Just a short pass to the tight end. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Hands it off. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. At the end of 3, and we've got a chance to have a postseason classic on our hands. Let's take a look at the stats so far. stage is set. Let's see how it all plays out here in this postseason showdown. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Clayton. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Hodges. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Caught behind the line. It's Hodges. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
A really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it, catch him off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Navy! They've got the lead here in the 4th. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Dropping back, it's Crowder. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Trojans in the hurry-up. Wide receiver comes in motion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. They'll run play action. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And the Trojans will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And Navy will go back on the attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
To the air, it's Woodson. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The eyes now turn to the defense to see whether they can keep this lead intact late in the 4th. Got a man. It's Tate.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense, and all of a sudden, you feel the momentum now on their side.
The play-action fake. Using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice game. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Crowder. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires left. Pulls it in. It's Worley. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drill.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Pemberton. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time.
Touchdown, Trojans. Great job by the back on the option.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
They'll give it to the back. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. I'm out on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Score is deadlocked, and the clock is winding down. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on first down. Complete to the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Tight end now in motion. Trying the left side.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The midshipman could get really aggressive here on second and short. Looking for room. It's Fitzgerald. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Timeout called by the defense and 15 seconds to go in this one. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Woodson. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Hodges. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. And finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
We'll get it started here in overtime. Wide receiver going in motion. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Gets it out fast. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
It's a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Woodson. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, midshipmen! And they're on top here in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
A strike downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Touchdown, Troy! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Now 1st down here in the 2nd overtime. Takes the handoff. It's Cobb. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Crowder. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Troy! Got it in to take the lead here in the 2nd OT. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2. On the ground. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Off play action. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Third down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it in the middle. It's Clayton. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
They'll run it on first and goal. Touchdown, Navy! And they answered the bell and responded with a score of their own.
And what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I got to go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
Have to go for 2, starting in double overtime, and this one would win the game. They got it! The 2-pointer for the win, and they take the game in double overtime. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Right.